And this is something a lot of people have been wanting to know about. When will travel between India and Europe open up? Well, Germany has taken a lead. They've removed their entry ban. They've eased travel for Indians. In fact, travelers from 5 countries hit by the Delta variant, India, Nepal, Russia, Portugal and Britain, will be reclassified on Wednesday. Joining us, a very special guest, the German envoy to New Delhi, Ambassador Lindner. Thanks so very much for being with us. So, if I have 2 jabs, which I do by the way, the second one was more than a month back, so I'm fully vaccinated, you've accepted Covishield as well, does that mean I can come and travel to your country and I don't need to be in quarantine?
Yes, you just need a visum. That's it. And then you travel to Frankfurt with Lufthansa, you leave the airport and you meet your friends, no quarantine, nothing.
I noticed you said Lufthansa, I might choose Air India, but that's a separate point.
Okay, that's up to discussion.
Ambassador, this is it's an important move also for students. There are so many Indian students in Germany. How does this help them?
Yes, it's true. It's for students, we have the highest number of students in Europe, 25,000 Indians studying in Germany. That's why you have a lot of inquiries. A lot of people were, of course, harmed by this travel ban, and we were suffering with them. So it was a good decision which we pushed really, so that from tomorrow on we don't have a flight ban a travel ban anymore. But of course, every student would need a visum, would need a test, a COVID test, of course, and would need a visum. And there we open up now the embassy visa sections and the consulate visa sections for PhDs, for masters, for bachelors, for everyone who can apply there, and apart from the students, by the way, also job seekers and others. But of course, it might take a while. We have a lot of a backlog, so it might take a while that we are processing all of this. So please do some, be more patient.
Ambassador, the bottom line is you need 2 vaccines, right? What about people, for example, businessmen or businesswomen who may not have 2 vaccines? For example, if they're under the age of 45, their second dose comes later. Will they be allowed into Germany as long as they go through a quarantine?
No need for vaccinations. The vaccination is only once you arrive there, it makes the life easier for you. If you have a Covishield and arrive in Frankfurt, then you don't have to go into the quarantine. Those elderly couple you were mentioning, they not vaccinated, they come there, or just one vaccination, they come there and they have to come to quarantine. In the quarantine, it used to be 2 weeks, and now it's down to 10 days. And even these 10 days you can shorten after 5 days when you can do a COVID test, and then this elderly couple can, after 5 days, leave their quarantine location. So the vaccination is not necessary to travel there, but it makes life easier.
Ambassador, why has Germany taken this decision now? The Delta variant is surging across the world. What is the scientific thinking that's gone into this?
Well, I'm not a scientist, so I also sometimes wondering when they talk their vocabulary. I just don't know. The point is that back in April or in March, many countries around the globe have issued a travel ban. Not only Germany, but many other countries. So some have lifted it maybe, but we have now decided we can lift it because our experts, our pandemiologists and our health institution people, they said now their combination of factors which they use, be it the number of cases, be it the vaccination, be it the rigorosity of the mutants, a lot of these points they put together, and we have a Robert Koch Institute, which is one of the leaders in the world, and they told us, okay, now it's responsible that we lift this ban. But of course, with all the precautions, as I said, you wear masks, you have distance, and then the quarantine for those who are not vaccinated. And there's still like 10 countries which are still belong to the group of the virus mutation countries, and they still have the travel ban, sure. Not India now.
Ambassador, 2 small questions. Firstly, in Germany, are people allowed to travel without wearing a mask once you're in Germany? And secondly, would anybody need an RT-PCR test despite vaccinations before going?
No, if you have a vaccination, well, if you have a Covishield vaccination, you don't need a CPR test. But if you have a Covaxin, then you need it because it's not yet approved by the WHO. So that's why if you come with a double vaccination of Covaxin, then you would have to go in quarantine for 10 days. You can test it earlier, 5 days, but you don't have the same privileges as the ones with Covishield because it's not yet acknowledged by the WHO. Once this is happening, then we are in a different ballgame. And your first question,
just very briefly, masking, are people taking off their masks?
When I was last time in Germany a few weeks ago, they were wearing masks, but of course in restaurants outside they don't have to wear it. And in football stadiums they didn't wear many, which was not good. So I think we all have to be careful, be in India to avoid the third wave, and be in Europe to avoid the fourth wave. Let's not be too lighthearted with this. So that's why our institutions, they really insist on wearing the mask and keeping distance.
Ambassador, great speaking to you. Completely out of time. This is welcome news for so many people in our country looking to travel to yours.